thing that happened to me was when I got on the tuk-tuk, it's the first time by myself. I asked to take me back to my hotel, right? So I gave him the hotel name. I didn't know that there was going to be a pit stop, be leaving the mall. Hey, what's up, guys? Here are two of the most top scams in Thailand. Here's what I think are the most two common and top scams in Thailand. These things happened to me personally, so I want to share with you guys that can prevent this happening to you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to make you feel like you shouldn't go there, but you should be mindful of what can happen to you. So I'm going to share some experiences that happened to me, and I want to keep you guys safe when you go out there and visit the country. I mean, these scams happen to good people, they happen to bad people, but in all, this is what they are. The first scam I want to talk about is the tuk-tuk. And if you don't know what a tuk-tuk is, tuk-tuks are three-wheeled motorized vehicles used for transportation, just like a taxi. Almost like a third-wheel motorcycle bike in the United States. It's used as a taxi just the same as a regular taxi. It's more convenient and more size for just two people. They are more luxury than a taxi, so they are very fancy and they look real cool. But I want to show you guys a way that you can avoid these scams and what to look out for when you visit Thailand. Trust me, this happened to me. I want to share my personal experiences to keep you guys safe and know what to look for so you can just enjoy your trip. So when it comes to transportation in Thailand, there are regular fare prices, and then there are tourist foreigner prices. Believe it or not, you're going to be upcharging the cost of a fee every single time because they know you're not there. They're looking to capitalize and gain, more money on the trip of the tourism. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me tell you guys my story and what to look out for. So I arrived in Thailand in September 2022 for the first time. I knew nothing about Thailand. I was just there on another vacation. There was another destination on my list, right? Luckily, I had Thai friends who was there and they helped me out and they prevented me from losing out on a lot of money. The first thing I want to say is when you go to Thailand, be careful of the tuk-tuks and the taxi driver. There's actually an app that you can download. It is called Grab. It works just like Uber and Lyft. It's a more trustworthy way for transportation in Thailand, all right? So that is Grab, G-R-A-B. I made a video about that in the last year. So tuk-tuks are going to be a little bit more expensive than a taxi just because it's a little more fancier, right? So it is customized to the two people, to their enjoyment of the ride. You will have like music on the tuk-tuk. It will be decorated of lights. It's real pretty. It's very fancy at night. You can see it, all the lights lit up. But you have to be careful about the cost. So when you get on the tuk-tuk, they're going to ask you for where you want to go, right? The thing you need to be mindful of is the cost. You don't want to arrive at your destination and they tell you it's 1,000 baht, all right? When it's supposed to be maybe 250 baht, all right? So the thing you need to watch out for is the cost and making sure you get to your destination without any other extra trips in between of the destination. The thing that happened to me was when I got on the tuk-tuk, it's the first time by myself. I asked to take me back to my hotel, right? So I gave him the hotel name. I didn't know that there was going to be a pit stop, be leaving the mall to my hotel. So what happened is that the tuk-tuk drivers, they get paid some type of commission when they have tourists or they drop people off at these suit shops, right? Tailor-made suits, like the men, fashion suits, the blazers, the neck and tie, those type of shops for the suits, right? When I got there, the guy told me, hey, just check out these suits. You don't have to buy anything, but I just want you to check it out because they have a special deal. So, okay, why not? I didn't have anything else to do. I just go to my hotel just to relax for the night. I went to the shop. The guys came out, they greeted me. Hey, where you from? What's your name? How long you in Thailand? When you in Thailand and people ask you how long you are in Thailand, you tell them you've been in Thailand for maybe 2 or 3 months. So anyway, the guy proceeded to, act like he was, giving my measurements. He was like, hey, come here, look, we got good fashion. This is high quality material. Come look at this. We can customize anything in the shop for you. He's showing me Burberry, he's showing me Gucci, all these fancy designer type styles, right, for the suits. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really attractive because the price was super cheap, right? That's a warning sign right there. The price was cheap, high-end brand, but it looks very good, right? The next thing what he did was he showed me celebrity photos of people who've been to the shop. He's showing me Terrence Howard. He's showing me Eddie Murphy. He's showing me all these celebrities who been to the shop, to his shop, and he's in the picture with him, who been to his shop that ordered these special customized suits with him. So I'm looking at the suits, I'm getting more intrigued and fascinated, right? And then he's telling me how much they can ship it to the United States. They can ship it anywhere in the world. Because I told him, I said, well, I don't have time for you to make a suit for me because I'm about to get on a plane in 2 days, right? And it was the truth. I was really leaving Thailand. I was going back to the States. Didn't get a suit. I ordered a shirt that I like. It was a Burberry shirt, right? So it was about $75. Pretty decent amount of money considered in Thailand. He got the fitting. He measured my arms. He measured my legs, my chest, my neck, torso, the whole nine. We went over the material, picked some custom buttons, exactly everything how I liked it, right? They made a lot of promises. So what happened is he took the rest of my information, my phone number, my email, my address. Supposedly, he was going to deliver it to my house. So I went ahead and bought and I paid for it. I used a credit card. Thank goodness I used a credit card. So when you purchase things overseas, make sure you use a credit card, guys. That's the tip. It's more security on your money versus the banks. You have to do a lot less to make sure you get reimbursed for your money when these type of fraud things happen on a credit card versus using the debit card. So that's a tip right there for you in itself. And we can talk about that in another video. So I proceeded to left the shop. What I found out is that the tuk-tuk drivers and the shop guys go hand in hand, right? So they're working for each other. They give them gas, all right? They pay for them gas for them to bring in the customers into their shop, and then they get a percentage of the price for the person who just purchased anything at the shop. Because the tuk-tuk driver guy asked me, did you buy anything? I was like, yeah, I bought a little shirt, and he was kind of, like excited for me. That's cool. And then he asked me how much did I pay in the shop. So that raised the eyebrow to me right there, and I told him, well, it wasn't that much, but I got a nice shirt. So that's one thing you have to watch out for is the tuk-tuk drivers. Make sure if you request for a tuk-tuk around the city is fine. If you have any pit stops, just tell them, hey, I don't want to go here. Let's move on to the next place. When I got home, after a while, I seen 1 week went by, days going by, 1 week going by, 2 weeks going by. And I remember the guy told me I should have received my shirt, my custom shirt in 2 weeks. Well, week 3, week 4, week 5, I called the shop, no answer, right? I just pretty much knew that time I got scammed. What I did was I called my credit company, explained to them what happened, gave them the location of the shop, the number, the email, everything. And they investigated for about 3 days. After that, they reimbursed me my $75 I spent on the shirt. So make sure this don't happen to you. This is one of the most popular scams in Thailand. All around in Bangkok. You see more tuk-tuks in Bangkok than you see them in either other the cities like Pattaya. So yeah, be mindful of that. If you get on a tuk-tuk, make sure they take you to the place that you agreed for them to take you and nowhere else. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, what is probably the most biggest known scam in Thailand, is the taxi drivers. Taxi drivers in Thailand, not all of them, but some of them, they prey on the foreigners and the tourism. Trust me. Oh my God. So first thing off, you should not rely on a taxi. I think in Thailand they have transportation apps called Grab. It works just like Uber and Lyft, and I think it's more safer because you don't have to carry cash. You don't have to pull out your credit card or anything like that. It's all designed in an app. You can just pay with your debit or credit card. Second of all, the taxi meters are kind of sketchy, right? First time I landed in Thailand, it was from the airport, right? So I called a taxi. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, check the meter, make sure you always check the meter before you get inside the taxi. The scam taxi drivers know you are not from Thailand. They know you're not familiar with their currency, and they will overcharge you. So to prevent this, the thing you need to do is always check the taxi meter. Make sure you both agree on the price before it is set for you to take off in a taxi. What happened to me was that I arrived in Thailand at the airport for the first time in 2022. Upon me arriving, I wanted to go to my hotel. Be straight from the airport to the hotel. And what I found out was that I was being overpriced. I was being overpriced for the small 15-minute trip. The fare should be only been about maybe 200 to 350 baht, but I paid for about 800 baht. To put that into perspective, Pattaya, which is about a 2-hour trip from Bangkok, costs about 1,200 to 1,500 Thai baht. 15-minute trip from the airport to my hotel was about 800 baht. So that's how much I overpaid, and you know, it's about half, more than half of the 2-hour fare. So later my Thai friend told me that I had paid too much and it should have been only about 250 baht. But yeah, you live and you learn. So when you go to Thailand, these are a lot of scams to look out for, but these are the most common ones that I want to share with you guys. Tuk-tuk drivers and taxi drivers, because you're going to need transportation in Thailand. I do not advise you to rent a car there or rent a bike. Transportation, you can use the Grab bikes or you can use the Grab cars. Tuk-tuk is good if you want to go around the city in Bangkok just to explore and see the nightlife. I would recommend you doing that, but just make sure you agree on the set price before you take off. Same thing with a taxi. If you have no other choice but to take a taxi, make sure you check the taxi meter. Make sure the price is set before you take off as well. There are other known scams in Thailand, but I just want to talk about the top 2 and the most common ones that you should watch out for. I can remember after reaching the end of the taxi trip, the guy asked me to pay him, right? And I looked at my Thai friend just because I wanted to make sure I was giving the right amount. And they looked at me and they looked at the driver and they spoke in Thai. I didn't understand what they were being said. I found out later that they were arguing very politely about the amount that I needed to pay. My Thai friend looked out for me. I appreciated that. And that was the last time I drove a taxi in Thailand. The taxi driver also was trying to offer my friend a piece of the money that I was going to pay him. So you got to be careful. Not all of the taxi drivers and tuk-tuk drivers in Thailand are out to scam you, but this is just something that you should be mindful of and pay attention just in case if this happened to you. This can happen to anyone, it can happen to anywhere. It happened to me, so I just wanted to share my experiences on what you guys can look out for and prevent this to happen to you if you were to visit Thailand. Haven't tried or took a taxi ever. I don't think it's a need for that. You can just use Grab. It works like a Lyft service or Uber. More cheaper, more safely. They got safety on there. You can screen your drivers, look at the reviews. There's safety features. There's a tracking device. Grab is a safer bet for transportation in Thailand than a regular taxi. With that being said, don't let those scams scare you from visiting Thailand. Bangkok is one of the most top tourist visited city in the world. Thailand is a popular destination, so do not let that deter you of going there and experiencing it and having a good time. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. This is Real Travel Speaks. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace. So you can log on www.realtravelspeaks.com, scroll down, sign up and subscribe for the weekly newsletter. I will be posting there soon for information that is just like this for you guys to have and to use at your own reference. Alright guys, it's been real. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking out my video. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna bring more information to you guys sooner. Alright, peace.